platform of the wire where we are here to win the dreams. So I welcome to all of you in our TSNet journey. And as we always start with some positive quotes, with some positive energy. And our today's positive quote says that success is in my DNA. I don't have a choice. I will fight to the end. That means, yes, of course, everyone has the success in their DNA and we have to fight for our success to win the dreams. And yes, of course, as I always said, you all will be once at a time. Definitely, you all of you will crack this TISMET exam. Okay, so now let's start. As what is the agenda of our today's session? What is the exactly? What are we going to do on today's session? Okay, so we are going to start the new topic, which name is the average. Okay, and average is the most important topic of the quantitative aptitude, not only for the maths but also in our real life. Also, average is the most important, right? So let's see what we are going to see about the average in today's session. So first of all, we will see the importance. What is the importance of the average as exam point of view? Then we will see what is the importance of average in a professional life, in real life application where we always use the average. Then we will go for the basics of the average, like what is the average, how to find the average, what is the formula for that. Then we will see the types of the question. We will see three types of the question in today's session. So we will see somewhat if there is basic required to solve that type of question. Then we will solve some questions. There will be questions for you also. And today's session is most important because as there are questions from the TIS exam, okay? Because average, as I said, it is an important topic. So there are some TIS previous year question papers. There are some average questions. And of course, there will be practice questions for you on every type. And this is how we will complete our today's session. Okay. So first of all, what is the importance of the average as the exam point of view? As I said, in the maths quant is impossible without the average. So as in this slide, you can see there is a 99% of the exam, but of the chances or in the competitive exam that questions will be there. But I will say that instead of 99%, 100% there will be questions on the average. Okay. In the TEAS, you can definitely expect 1 to 2 questions. Why? As I'm saying that maybe they won't directly ask you the question on the average. Maybe, okay, there are chances, 99% chances they will ask, but that 1%, if they did not ask you in the direct question, then definitely in the DI, definitely there will be question of the average. So of course, in the DI, you will need that. That means 100% you will see the average in TSNET paper and other exams also, not only about the TSNET. But other exams you are preparing for any exam, anywhere where is a quant, there will be average topic, definitely. Okay, so this is so much important topic. And today's session is more important because there are some previous year question papers questions which we will take because of course as they are already asked, so they might be repeated same type of questions. So this is most important. Okay, and as once you understand, as at least for the TEAS level, it is really easy. If you know that question, then it is really scoring because as you know, if you understood that, understood the concept, if you can solve in less time, then as of course it is a scoring also. So this is how it is important for the exam point of view. Now we will see that how is it important as the professional point of view. In the professional life, where will you use this average? As suppose you are in a business, okay, and you have to find, of course, as we know that in the initial stage we don't know what is the exact profit or not, but we can predict what will be the average profit. Suppose there are the 2 or 3 partners, so at least we will say, yeah, average we will take this much profit. That is before the profit. In the initial stage, I'm saying in average profit, that is of course we will take. There are suppose 3 partners, so as you know that there are 3 partners, so all the profit won't goes to directly one, right? It will get distributed in all. So you, for that we will find out the average, that for everyone we how many, how, what profit exactly, what percent of profit should be goes to anyone. You can find out by the average Or else you can see like the average number of man work power you require, right? Manpower you require. Because for any business, as you know that you are starting something new business. So first of all, you find out exactly what should be the manpower. So you will find like, yeah, averagely I need this much amount of the manpower. So I will hire this one, right? This is also required. Or else third, you can see average time to require the complete work, right? Suppose there is any work, so or else you are studying in, or as a business point of view, we are saying. So of course there will be some big target. So as we know that we just find an average what time is required to complete this work. I can complete this within of 7 days, around 7 days, or averagely it will take this much time. That means in the business also you require the average at every stage. And in the real life, I will tell you that how we use as exact real life application. Okay. So real life application currently, as you know that everyone we know the car or bikes or anything. Then what we see whenever we take any bike or any car we buy, we goes to the buy any car or bike, what we see, we always see what is the mileage of that car, what is the mileage of that bike. You know that? So what is that mileage? That mileage is nothing but the average. Suppose today I wanted to go somewhere place where it is a 200-kilometer distance, right? By my car. And as I know that today's petrol price is suppose 108 rupees. It is around 108.13 rupees in Maharashtra now. Okay. So it is around 108 rupees price of petrol, and you have to go the 200 kilometers. So as you know that your what is the average of your car? How much petrol you require? How can you decide that? What is exactly your mileage of the car? What is the average of car? That means you will get the idea that yeah, at least I need a 10-liter petrol, or I need a 15-liter petrol, or else you will get, yeah, exactly, I don't know how, what will I do? For that, of course, you will need. Suppose your car's average is 18 kilometer per hour, so that you will calculate, yes, my car goes 18 kilometer per liter, sorry, not kilometer per hour, per liter. That means 1 liter में मेरी car 18 kilometer जाएगी, मुझे 200 kilometer जाना है. So how much required? How much petrol I will require? By that, what amount of cost will require? As I know, suppose I need a 10-liter petrol, so I will require 1080 rupees, because 108 rupees is a 1 liter. That means you find out this but by what? Average of the car. That is, we use that method, that average in our daily life also. Okay. So this is the real life application. Have you understood these applications? Now let's go for the chapter outline, that how we are going to complete the part. As importance of average we have already seen. So in the part number 1 we will see what is the average, how to find that average, what are the formula. Then we will go for the type number 1, type number 2 and type number 3. For that we will see the types of questions, that what are the important basics for that. Then questions on type number 1, practice set on type number 1. Questions on type number 2, practice set on type number 2. Similarly, question on type 3 and practice set on the type number 3. This is what we see in today's session, okay, as in the part number 1. So after that, there will be part number 2. We are going to complete in the 4 parts. In a part number 2, similar, we will take with recap. Then we will go similarly for type number 4, 5 and 6. Same, if there is any basic required to that, of course, we will see that whatever the tricks if you are using, we will see those tricks, we will solve some questions, there will be practice questions. This same pattern will follow for question number 4, 5 and 6. And in the part number 3, again, we will see the same one, that is for the type number 7, 8 and 9. We are going to see the total 9 types of question of the average, and these 9 types we will complete in a 3 parts, like a part 1, 3, each part of 3 types, okay? So part number 3 will be same recap, then types of the questions, which question number 7, 8, 9, same pattern will get followed. And in the part number 4, that means last day, we will take a quick revision of that average topic. That means in that we will see all those 9 types of questions, all those 9 questions, and if there is any doubt of yours, then we will solve in that session. Okay, this is how we will complete our average topic in 4 parts. Now after that, yes, now let's go. What is the average? Okay, so what is the average actually? So average is mainly defined as the sum of observation divided by the number of observation. Suppose your percentage, okay, in the school life we have seen the percentage. I got the 98%. How we decide that? What we do? We take a sum of all the marks of all subjects, right? Suppose there are 6 subjects, so you count all those 6 subjects marks, you let them add, and then as you will add them first. So average, that means percentage you are finding. So first process you will find out the sum of there, right? You will add them all and divide by how many subjects. You are taking average, you are calculating the percentage for 6 subjects. So you will divide by the 6 because you have taken addition of 6 subjects. Or if there are only 3 subjects, then you will add all those 3 subjects marks, divide by the 3. That means whatever the number of observations you are seeing, you will divide by that number of observations. And in the numerator, there will be addition of that observations. This is the formula for average. Okay. So what is the average? Average is equal to, I will show by the AVG. Okay. Sum of observation, or sum of observation. You can call average as the mean also. Divide by number of observation. Okay. So this is the observation. So there might be sometimes there will be questions like what is the sum of observation. So for that, what will use that? As you know that sum of observations which is equals to average into this number of observation. Okay. In some question, there might be chances that they will ask the sum of observation and they will provide you the average and number of observation also. So this formula, of course, as if you know that this formula, then you can find out like this also. There is no need to remember this formula, but this formula, everyone should know that formula. Okay. So let's take the screenshot of this formula. Then we will go for the next thing. As everyone have understood what is the average, as I said, suppose I will give you one example. Suppose there are 3 subjects of any 10th board, suppose. Okay. So there is suppose science, maths, and let's take social science. Okay. These are the subjects, and any students have got the number of marks, like in science he got the 84, in maths he got 88, and in social science he got the 92. So now tell me what will be the average of this? How will we find the average of this? Because as you know that we just wanted the average of them, whatever their 3 subjects marks in there, science, maths, and social science, and they are asking you what is the average of that student in these 3 subjects. So for that, what we do, as we know that sum of the observation, that means these are the marks. So I will add them all. I don't know exactly what is the answer because I have taken this randomly. But let's see. Yeah, of course it will be 88. By looking itself, you can see. What will you do first? 84 plus 88 plus 92. Divide by. As you know that there are 3 subjects. So I will take divide by 3. So what will be the addition of these? 8, 4 plus 2, 6, 10 and 14. That means 4. Is it visible? I will write down here itself. Okay. Instead of here, I am writing it here. 8, 14 carry I have 1, 8, 8, 8, 8, 24 plus 26, 264 by 3. So it will becomes 3 8s are 24, 3 8s are 24. That means average will becomes 88. Right? This is how you will find out the average. Yes, 88 percentage. Have you understood this at least formula? Now we will solve some questions on that. Before that, so what are the types of questions we are going to see in today's session? Number series based question, based average questions. Okay, there will be something series like consecutive numbers, like first n natural numbers, first n consecutive natural numbers, like a odd number series, prime number series. This type of series we will see first type of that. Then second type will be the simple average questions. We will find out the average of normal word type, like word problem type, simple questions. And in the third type, we will see the group-based questions. Whenever we will solve, definitely you will get to know. Now let's go for the type number 1, which is a number series-based question. Okay. So as in the type number 1, there is an important formula like, because there are too many chances that they ask this type of question. So suppose there are n natural numbers. Okay, n natural numbers. What is a natural number? Natural number is nothing but the numbers which starts from the 1 to infinity. Natural number starts from the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 up to infinity. This is the natural numbers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, infinity. Yeah. So if you see that the sum of first n natural number, whenever there is a word first n means what? जो कि 1 से start हो रहे, first से start हो रहे. Whenever there is a word first, that means those numbers will start with the 1. So 1 to n. I don't know what is the n. That n might be 10, might be 15, might be 100, might be 1 lakh or infinity. I don't know what is that n. Okay. So what will be the sum? As you know that for the average, we need the sum divided by that n, number of whatever the observations that. So sum of the n natural number is always equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of first n natural number. Okay, first n natural numbers it always equals to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. You can prove like this. If you want, suppose first 10 natural numbers, okay? If you want 1 to n, that means first 10 numbers. So what will you do? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. What will be the addition of this? Let them add. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15, right? यहाँ तक अभी 15 आ गया. 15 plus 6 21, 21 plus 7 28, 28 plus 8 36, 36 plus 9 45, 45 plus 10 it will be 55, right? So what will be this addition? The addition of those all numbers sum is equals to 55. Now can we find out this addition directly by this formula? What is the n here? I have taken n is equals to 10, right? I am counting 10 numbers here. So I will directly put here 10 into 10 plus 1, it is a 11 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 fives are. 5 into 11, it will become 55. Got this formula? So first numbers will be 101 by 2. Yes. So first n natural number, first 100 natural numbers addition will be 101 by 2. Clear? So what will be the average of these numbers? Now suppose I have to find out the first n natural numbers average. So what will I do this? As you know that all this addition divided by number of observations will divide by 10. So it will become 5.5 by the formula by addition. But as you know that this is a sum, and what is the average? Average is equals to sum divided by number of observations, right? So I will write down here instead of this. Let's see. If this is a sum, so what will be the average? Average is equals to sum upon number of observations, right? Number of observation. I am just writing the short. So what is this sum? This sum is a n into n plus 1 divided by 2 and divided by this number of observation. That means this n and n will get cancelled. So it will becomes n plus 1 by 2. That means the average of first n natural numbers. Average of first n natural numbers will be average is equals to sum divided by number of observations, right? So what is the sum? That sum was 55. And what were the number of observations? I have taken here 10. So average will become 55 by 10. What is 55 by 10? It is a 5.5. So the average will be 5.5. Understood? This formula is okay, everyone. Now we will see the next formula as okay for this. Okay. Now the next formula is average of consecutive order even number. Consecutive मतलब क्या? जो एक के बाद आते हैं. अगर मैं odd number ले रही हूँ तो 1 के बाद 3 आएगा. 1 के बाद 17 नहीं ले सकती. Consecutive मतलब जो एक के बाद आए, मतलब 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, whatever. But that number should be the consecutive. So whenever we take the average of consecutive odd or even numbers, okay, average of consecutive even or odd number, which is equals to first term plus last term. Plus last term. This is the short formula, okay, divide by 2. This is the average for the consecutive even or odd numbers. Do you want to prove? Let's take first 5 odd numbers. Let's take first 5 odd numbers. Find out the average of the first 5 odd numbers, which are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Now you tell me what will be the average of these numbers. Average of any two numbers have same formula. Average of two numbers is equals to that two numbers addition divided by 2. Yes. $12.5 average, dear, average. For the average, what will you do? You will add them all, divide by, there are total 5 numbers, so you divide by 5. So what is the addition of these? 9 plus 1, 10, 10, 25. 25 by 5, it will be 5, not 12.5. Okay? 5 will be answer. Now, as you know, why? Because there will be so many methods to find out this. Okay, can I rub this all? Have you taken the screenshot? You can take the screenshot from the slide also. Okay, so I will show you that how to find out the average of these numbers. Which are the methods of this? For even, it will be 6. First 10 even numbers. Yes, very good. So, suppose I have a question that find the average of 1, 2, 3. Find average of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is equals to what? Okay. So, first method, what will you do? A conventional method. Average is equals to sum upon number of observations, right? Number of this all number. So what will you do first? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 divide by 5. So what will be the sum? It will be 25 divided by 5. So your average will be 5. This is the first method to find out. Next method, can't it be 1 plus 10 by 2? Yeah, for the 1 plus 10 for what? You are taking like, okay. Exactly 1 plus 10 you are taking. So 1 is the odd number, 10 is the even number. That is for the natural number. As we have already seen, 1 plus n by 2. But we are looking for the either odd number or even number now. Okay? And 1 is the odd, 10 is the even. So you cannot take them together. Now let's see. First, this was the method. Now what is the next method? Next method was average of consecutive odd number, because these are the consecutive odd numbers, which is equals to first term plus last term divided by 2. Right? So what is the first? 1 plus 9 divided by 2, which is equals to 10 by 2, which is equals to 5. Right? This is another method. Right? Now let's see one more method. These two methods are okay, but that method will work only for what I will explain that. Okay? These two methods, everyone is okay. If you did not remember this in the exam, then you can go for the conventional method as it always works. Okay? But what is the next method? 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Right? As you know that these are the consecutive numbers, consecutive odd numbers, right? So, as you know, their mean, average means what? Average means mean, right? Mean means what exactly? उन सबका जो average, उन सबके middle में जो आएगा उससे हम बोलते हैं. So tell me that in that, what is the middle number? What is the middle number? 1, 3, 5, 7. Because for that, you have to write down them, all of them, in that as they should be consecutive in the increasing order. Okay, they should be consecutive in the increasing order. So what? 1, 3, 5. That is, if you see the position of them, this is at the first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position. So in that 5, third will be the minimum mean position, middle position, and at this third position, what is that number? 5. So your answer would be 5. Are you getting this point? I'm explaining this once again. As you know that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, these are the consecutive numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, as this is a middle, so your answer would be 5 because that average is coming in inside. Yeah, right. It is similar to that top. So what will be the average? 5. Everyone understood with this 5? At least you have understood this why 5 because this is at the middle one, right? Yes. Now suppose there are the numbers like, instead of this, I will say that now I have the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. Now tell me what will be the average? By, of course, you can solve by this method. You can solve by this method. But by my method, what will be the answer? As you know that this is at the first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position, sixth position. And there is no any middle, right? Because there are two middles. There are these two middles. So in that two middles, what is coming exactly? 6. So your answer would be 6. Getting this point now? 5 plus 7, 12 by 2, you can do like that also. Or as you know that in 5 and 7 के बीच में एक ही number आता है. That is the 6. So answer would be 6. No ma'am, confused? Okay. 5 तक समझ रहे थे? जब तक 5 numbers थे तब 5 आ रहा था. तब तक okay था, right? Now there are total 6 number in the line. So now you cannot find out exact middle because in that number, now tell me what is exact middle? As we always want the exact middle, right? But there is no any exact middle value now because there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So you cannot say exactly 5 is in the middle because 5 is not in the middle. Because 5 के left में 2 numbers है, 5 के right में 3 numbers है. That means it is not in the middle. Even 7 is also not in the middle. But in दोनों के middle में तो कोई number आता होगा ना? That number will be the average. That will be 6. Getting this point? Can we? No, because 5 and 7 के बीच में चाहिए ना. If it was a 5, 6, then you will take 5.5. But in 5 and 7 के exact बीच में कौन आता है? 5.5 आता है या 6 आता है या 6.5 आता है? Exact middle of 5 and 7. It will be 6. Getting this point now? This applicable for only even numbers? For even numbers, that means you want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 even numbers. If you are talking about those 6 even numbers, then yes. But as these numbers are anything. Can you show by the formula? By the formula, let's add them. As by this formula, first term and last term. First term is a 1, last term is a 11. 1 plus 11 divided by 2. It will be 12 by 2, which is equals to 6. By this formula, let them add. This addition was a 25. Plus 11, it will become 36. 36 by 6, it will become 6. One more example, yeah, okay, I'm taking one more example, but I just hope so all of you are clear. And this is not only for the odd, actually, this is for all consecutive numbers. This is for all consecutive numbers. I will show you one more example. So we will see 2 or 3 examples. Because if you understood these examples, then you can find out the questions in it is too easy. Okay, suppose I'm not taking the first numbers now. I will take any of them. Okay, let's take suppose 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Now tell me what will be the average of these numbers. Or else, yeah, this is not the odd number, but they are the consecutive numbers. So find out by all methods whatever you think, whatever you like, and then tell me what will be the answer. 23 will be the answer. Okay, because as you know, if you add them all, you can add. If you want that addition solution, I will add them all. 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus 24 plus 25 divided by 5. So what will be the addition? 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 15. Carry I have 1 to 5, the 10 plus 1, 11 divided by 5. It will be 5 2s and 5 3s. Answer is the 23. This was the first method. Second method was first term plus last term. So second method you will find out like 21 plus 25 divided by 2. It will become 46 by 2, which is equals to 23. right? And by our method as but yeah, for my method that number should be consecutive. Okay, that number should be consecutive. अगर यहाँ पे 24 की जगह पे 28 होता तो ये आंसर रॉन्ग हो जाता. Getting this point, you have to remember this thing. Formula is easier in case there are many numbers, but as you know that they will ask you in the exam max to max 7 numbers. Max to max 7 or 8 numbers. They won't go for another than more than those numbers. How is it right? What exactly you want to say? How is it right? First and last term formula, that is also easy. You can solve by that also. When it's not odd numbers. As I said, this is a trick for consecutive numbers. Consecutive even, consecutive odd, consecutive numbers. You can take that. No, if that 24 was a 28, then second method is also not to work, also won't work. Because this is only for consecutive number. You can see in the slide, this all is about the consecutive number. Consecutive मतलब एक के बाद दूसरा आना ही चाहिए. For non-consecutive term, or normal average formula, addition of them all divided by observation. Okay, if that numbers are not consecutive, then our normal formula, but our first type is of for the consecutive numbers. That's why we are taking this. Okay. Yes, if there is a 28 instead of 24, we will add them all, divide by 5, that will be the answer. Okay, now if you are saying there is a number instead of this 25, I'm adding 26 here. Okay, this is the 26. Now tell me what will be the average. Now what will be the average? 23.5, because as you know that, or if you don't know, if you don't remember, let's easily do first term plus last term divided by 2. You can do like that also. 47 by 2, you will get the answer as a, 47, yeah, 47 by 2, it will become 23.5. Okay, or else as you can see, there are these two centers, there are these two mean. So in between them, what exactly comes? 23.5. So this will be your answer. Now everyone is okay with this? Yes, of course, almost all are saying 23.5. That is really great. Yeah, very good. Now let's go for the questions. Okay, now we will go for the questions. Wait a moment. Yeah. So question number 1 is in front of you, and tell me what will be the answer. Option number B, because for the n natural number, what was our formula? N plus 1 divided by 2, because it is the first n natural number. First n natural number means what? First term. It is nothing but the first term plus last term divided by 2. But first n natural number के लिए first number हमेशा 1 होता है. That is why it is a formula 1 plus n. And as you know that first 40 natural numbers, that means of course they are consecutive numbers. So formula is the same. First term plus last term by 2. But for the first n natural number, first term is always 1. So that I have taken that n plus 1 by 2. So what will be the answer? 20.5 will be the answer. So what will be the formula for that first 40 numbers, right? So what will be n plus 1 by 2, which is equals to 40 plus 1 by 2. That means 41 by 2, which is equals to 20.5. We have seen the formula for the first n natural number that you can find out. You can directly write down here. That is the formula average for first 40 natural numbers, right? First 40 numbers. This is the formula for that. N plus 1 by 2 is the formula. You just have to put the value in that formula. That's it. Why not 40 into 41 by 2? That 40 into 41 by 2, it was a sum. 40 into 41 by 2 will be the addition of these 40 numbers. That was the sum. but you want the average here. Okay, got this? Very good. Divide 41 by 2. 41 by 2, as you know that 41 by 2, 2 into 20, it is a 40. And for this 1, it will be 0.5. You want this division to 41 by 2. 2 2s are 4. Right? Now this 1 is here. At 2 zeros are 0. And now you can take a point here. So 2 5s are 10. Or instead of this, you won't go do this slide, right? As you know that 22 are 40. So 20 तो आएगा ही, ऊपर के 1 के लिए 1 को 2 से डिवाइड करूंगी तो 0.5 आ जाएगा. In exam you won't go like this here because this is too lengthy. हमें ये सब नहीं करना है एग्जाम में. It's okay, by looking this you should know that yes, answer will be 20.5. You didn't understand when to use the formula. Whenever there is the first n natural numbers, whenever it is the first n natural numbers, use this formula n in n plus 1 by 2. Okay, that n into n plus 1 divided by 2n, that 1n into n plus 1 divided by 2n, उसमें n cancel out हो जाता है और सिर्फ इतना ही बचता है जो कि हमारा ये फॉर्मूला है. Whenever it is the first n natural numbers, let's take this. And that n will be, as here it is a 40, so it will be 40. Okay? Very good. Now let's go for the next question. And can you tell me the answer of this? Or else what can you do? 5 multiple. 5, 10, 15. कितने multiple चाहिए? 5 multiple चाहिए. So 20 and 25. Now tell me what will be the average of these numbers. Either you can do by first and last term. 5 plus 25 by 2, which will be 30 by 2, which is equals to 15. Or else, as you know, there are 5 numbers. So, of course, middle one will be the answer. So, answer would be 15. Show by formula. Yes, I am shown by the formula. First term plus last term by 2. This first term is a 5, last term is a 25 divided by 2. So, you will do 30 by 2, which is equals to 15. This is the formula, right? First term plus last term, first plus last by 2. Why? Because these are also consecutive. Consecutive मतलब क्या? वो हर एक दूसरे के consecutive में हर एक 5 का multiple है. ये हर एक का difference 5 5 5 है. That means they are consecutive. So you will use directly this formula first plus last by 2. Okay. So this is the question of TEAS 2017. And here no any formula like first plus last or middle one or anything for this, as they are the prime numbers and prime numbers are never in the consecutive. So for this you have to find out. Right? So which are the first 7 prime numbers? Tell me. First let's write down the first 7 prime numbers. Okay, first 7 prime numbers. So which will be that first prime number is a 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 11, 13 and 17. And these are the first prime numbers. Are you solving this or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let them add all and divide by 7. As you know that what is the formula of average addition of them all divided by number of observations. So what will be the addition of these? 17 plus 30, 30, 41, 48 plus 8, it will be 53, 53, 56, 58. It will be 58, 58 by 7. So it will become 7, 8 are 56, 2 is remainder, so 7 2s are 40, and it will be again around 7 8s, right? It will be around 8.12. So yes, that is in the formula numbers, that is in the option number C. That will be your answer. If anyone is confused in that first term and last term and all, then you can find out like this also. Okay, this is also correct way. Actually, this is the best way and this is the conventional way. So this will be always right. इसमें आपको wrong हो ही नहीं सकता. But by that formulas or by that tricks, you can find out fastly. It will save your time. You got 9.5, so I think so you have taken, you have done some mistakes. Should one is neither prime nor क्या होता है prime composite, sorry, one is neither prime nor composite. One हम prime और composite दोनों भी नहीं होता है. first term plus last term, because these numbers are not consecutive. That first term plus last term is only for consecutive term. This is not the consecutive number, so we won't use that first term plus last term formula. I have solved by the formula itself. This is the formula. Average is equals to addition of all divided by number of observation. Can you define consecutive number? Consecutive numbers मतलब ऐसे numbers जिनका एक के बाद जो भी next number आ रहा है वो सबके बीच में जो उनका रिलेशन है वो सेम है. जैसे कि 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 उन सबके बीच में 1 1 का गैप है, राइट, एंड दे आर इन द consecutive मतलब पूरे के पूरे लाइन में. Yeah, first and last term won't be applicable because it is not in the consecutive numbers. Okay. Can I rub this? Okay. Now wait a moment. I will explain what is a consecutive number here. Consecutive numbers means suppose first one 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 whatever. These numbers, as you know that every one numbers gap is a 1, so these are the consecutive. Consecutive odd numbers मतलब क्या 1 3 5 7 9 11, that means they all are their difference is always 2. अगर इन दोनों के बीच में difference 2 है तो हर किसी के difference 2 ही है. If it is a odd even number 2 4 6 8 10 12 सबका difference 2 ही है. If you take the multiple of 3 3 6 9 12 15 18 हर इसका डिफरेंस जो पॉजिटिव मतलब क्या, जो नंबर्स अगर आप एक लाइन में लिखते हो तो हर एक का हर दो नंबर्स के बीच का जो गैप है वो सेम होना चाहिए. Understood that the difference between these two numbers should be the same for consecutive. Same for 5's multiple 5 10 15 20 25, or if you take 100 200 300 400, these are also consecutive. But if prime number it was 2 3 5 7 11 13 17, इसका गैप इसका difference 1, इसका difference 2, again this 2, this is a 4, again this 2, again this 4, again it will become 23, so sorry 19, so it will becomes 2. That means that difference is not same, so those numbers are not consecutive. Now understood the difference between the consecutive and all? Yeah, so this was the question for the TIS exam. So answer was option number C, 8.28. Now let's go for the next question. So this is the question number 4, and you are going to tell me the answer of this question. Again, come on, I'm taking a poll. So as you know that these are the consecutive odd numbers because average of all odd numbers up to 100. But 1, 3, 5, 7, right? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, blah, 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 up to the 99. As these are the consecutive. So what will be the average for consecutive? First plus last by 2. So what will you do here? First 1 plus 99 by 2, which is equals to 100 by 2, which is equals to 50. So answer would be 50. So why one students was saying 49.5? 1 is neither prime nor composite. ये बात हमेशा याद रखो, नहीं तो नोटबुक के फर्स्ट पेज पे अभी लिख लो. 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 को हम प्राइम भी नहीं बोलते, कंपोजिट भी नहीं बोलते. If you want to go, which is the first composite number भी 4 से start होता है. Okay, 1 is neither prime nor composite. Now everyone is okay with this. So this practice question I will show you in the end, or are you taking the screenshot in fast? Let's take a screenshot but fast. Or if anyone missed the screenshot, then we will see. I will show you in the last also. Don't worry. Okay. Now let's go for the next question, next type, which is a type number 2, where we will see simple average questions now. Here we will use the average formula, and the first question is in front of you. So let's take 1 minute and find out this. As these numbers are not consecutive number, not like any relation between them. So for this you have to use the formula average is equals to sum of observation divided by number of observation. That means you will add them all those numbers and then divide by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 numbers, so divide by 7. Okay, let's see. So as you know that these are not the consecutive number, right? So what will we use the formula? Average is equals to sum divided by those numbers. number of observation, right? So what will be the sum? 87, 84, 86 plus 90, 82, 90, 82, 88. Is it visible? No, I think so. It is not visible. Okay, I will write here. 87 plus 84 plus 86, 19, 82 plus 88 and 78. Divided by how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is the addition of these? Let's add them first all. So what will be the addition? 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 6, 17, 17 plus 2, 19, 19 plus this 8, 27, 27 plus 8 will be 35, right? So carry I have 3. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus this 16, it will be 56 plus this 59. Is it 595? Or it, I think so there is something you should know. Okay. 7 8s are 56. बचा यहाँ पे 3 7 5s are 35. So answer would be 85. That's it. For this type of question, there is no any shortcut. For this, you have to add them all. Okay. Everyone is okay with this? What we have done here? Ma'am, can we do not directly do by seeing the middle numbers and divide by 2? As to see the middle numbers, as these are not the consecutive numbers, right? So how will you say exactly middle numbers or else? Because in सबका difference तो अलग अलग है ना. So you cannot do like that. For that, if you arrange them in the ascending also, then also it is not possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it is not possible. Okay, as these are not the consecutive. In this, we don't use we don't need to rearrange here because we directly want the average. So you can add them all and directly divide by this. Rearranging में आपका फिर से टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा. Rearranging करके भी कुछ नहीं होगा. Add तो करना ही है. So let them add first directly. Okay. Now let's see the question number 2. Yeah. So can you find this? Question number 2. Can you solve this? Yeah. So it is more than 1 minute. Now let's solve together. What is the average? Average is equals to this sum divided by number of observation, right? So what is the average? Average उन्होंने already दिया है. Average of 5 terms is a 50. That means this average is a 50. Right? Number of terms are how many terms? There are 5 terms. Right? And now let's see 5 terms of 50. If the first 4 terms are 45 plus 42 plus 19 plus 84 and the fifth one we can take as a question mark or I am writing here as a x. Okay, as अगर मैं इन 5 numbers को add करके divide by 5 करती तो average 50 मिलता है. The question is saying that the average of 5 numbers is a 50. In that 5 numbers, these are the 4 numbers which will be the fifth term. Okay, so how will we solve this? This 5 will get multiplied here. That means it will become 250, which is equals to, add them all. What will be the addition of this? 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 9 16, 16 plus 4 20. Carry here 2, 4 plus 4 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus this 1 11 plus 8 it will become 19, right? Plus x. So what will be the value of x? 250 minus 190, which is equals to 60. So your answer would be 60. Okay. So simple method. Average is equals to sum divided by number of observation. This is the average. This is total sum divided by number of observation. This will get multiply here. 50 into 5, it is a 250, which is equals to addition of them all plus x, because fifth term is unknown. So you will find out this x like this. Understood? Okay. Yeah. Now let's go for the question number 3. As again I am taking different number. Yeah, okay. Before going to question number 3, I will give you one more question of this type actually, okay? So that, wait, let's see. as I really wanted to clear this type first. So suppose the question is that the average of 6 terms, okay, average of 6 term is a 30, okay. Average is a 30, number of observation is equals to 6. And if suppose those numbers are, what can we take here? We should want an average of a 30, right? Okay. Let's say 25, 20, 40, 10, 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So find out the 6 number. Yeah. So find out the 6 number here first. 180 minus 130, because what will be the average is equals to 30, which is equals to this addition 35 plus 25 plus 20 plus 40 plus 10 plus x divided by 6. So it will becomes 180, which is equals to addition of this, it will become 30, 30, 60, 20, 80, 80 and this 50, 130, 130 plus x. So your x will becomes 180 minus 130, which is equals to 50. So your answer will be 50. Now everyone is okay with this? If this type of question you can solve this. Okay, very good. Now we will go for the question number 3 and now you will try this. Yeah. So first of all, let me explain you that. Suppose first, but there are 5 consecutive odd numbers, right? So suppose first odd number is a x. So second number क्या आएगा? सेकेंड ऑड नंबर क्या आएगा मुझे ये बताओ सबसे पहले. अगर फर्स्ट ऑड नंबर x है तो सेकेंड ऑड नंबर कौन सा आएगा? Yes, very good. 2 students have answered, that is 8. Very good. Second odd number will be x plus 1 or what? X plus 2. Yes, second number will be the x plus 2, not x plus 1. Because अगर मेरा x suppose odd number x है, I am taking any random, suppose this number is a 27. Randomly, okay? So अगर ये नंबर 27 है तो नेक्स्ट नंबर कौन सा आएगा? ऑड नंबर 29 ही आएगा ना डेफिनेटली. सो उसमें कितना ऐड किया है मैंने? +2. दैट मींस नेक्स्ट नंबर इज x + 2. थर्ड ऑड नंबर विल बी x + 4. फोर्थ ऑड नंबर विल बी x + 6 and fifth odd number will be x + 8. Getting this point? Yes, option number C, some students are answering. That is really great. But have you understood that if first number is a x, next will be x + 2, third will be x + 4, fourth will be x + 6, fifth will be x + 8. Now what will you do? How will you find this? There are 2 ways. Okay, first I will show you by the conventional method here. Everyone is okay with this? Okay, now let's concentrate here. Suppose suppose that first number is a x. As you know that average of 5 consecutive number is a 61. Average is equals to sum divided by number of observation, right? So average is a 61. This is a sum divided by 6 odd numbers, right? 6 odd numbers. So here you can write this x. Next number is a x + 2. That third number will be x + 4. Right? Second number, third number. No, there are only 5 numbers. Sorry. X + 6 and this will be the x + 8. Right? You can do like this. Many students are answering 8. So how will you solve this? 61 into 5? It will become 5 ones and 5 6. That is 305, which is equal to x plus x plus x plus x. That is the 5x plus this 2 plus 4, 6 plus 6, 12 plus 8. It will be 20. Right? So this 20 will get subtracted here. Or else you can write down like this also. 61 divided by 5. यहाँ पे अगर मैं 5 कॉमन लेती, but no, okay, you will get confused by that. So it's okay. You will take here 305. So this 5x will be 305 minus this 20. This 20 will get subtracted. So it will becomes 285. So x will be 285 divided by 5, which will be 5 5s are 25 and 5 7s are 35. Right? So first number is a 57. Yes, of course you can do by the first term and last term also. But I am telling you by all those three methods. Okay, you can solve by all the methods. It's understood by this. अगर first number 57 है, तो second number कौन सा आएगा? 59. Next will be 61. This will be 63 and this will be 65. And they are asking you the difference between the first and last term. That is means 65 minus 57, which is equals to, right? Everyone is okay with this. अगर आपको कुछ भी फॉर्मूलेज याद नहीं आते तो उस टाइम पे हम ये मेथड यूज करेंगे जो कि हमने स्कूल में किया. So everyone is okay with this school method. Now we will see the next method. Okay. Okay. Now let's see the next method. As instead of this, we know that those are the consecutive odd numbers, right? Because in the question they are saying the average of 5 consecutive. First number is x and last number is x plus 8 divided by 2. This is equals to average, right? So let's do this. 61 2s are, it will becomes 122, which is equals to 2x plus 8. So it will becomes 2x is equals to 122 minus 8. It will becomes 114. So x will become 57. अगर x 57 है तो last term कौन सा आएगा? X plus 8, which is equals to 65. So the difference will be 8. This method is also, everyone is okay with this? Say yes. Then I will explain by another method. There are 4 ways. There are 4 ways, but I have to explain by all the ways because as I know that once I explain one and I'll go to the next question, again someone will ask me for the previous one. That's why I'm explaining this all. Got this is also okay. Very good. Now let's see the third way. Okay. Now let's see the third way. As the average is a 61, right? And there are total 5 consecutive odd numbers. ये सबसे important way, okay? ये third मतलब most important because ये बहुत जगह पे use होगा. अगर ये way किसी को पता होता तो किसी एग्जाम में कोई बंदा एक क्वेश्चन 2 सेकंड के अंदर सॉल्व कर पाता. So please listen here, please concentrate here. The middle term, as you know, 61 is the average of the 5 consecutive odd numbers. Okay, and हमें ये पता है कि average is always the middle term, as there are total 5 terms, right? There are total 5 consecutive numbers. मतलब इस 61 के आगे 2 numbers होंगे और पीछे 2 numbers होंगे. Getting this point? Because this is the middle one, this is the average. Understanding this point? As you know that 61 is the middle term because this is the average. There are total 5 consecutive odd numbers. 5 numbers है मतलब अगर ये 1 है तो उसके आगे 2 नंबर हो गए और पीछे 2 नंबर हो गए. That means what will be the next one as they should be the odd number. So this number should be 63, 65 and this number should be 59 and 57. Try to understand by the logic also, as formula always works, but this is the logic. अगर मुझे average चाहिए तो ये middle term है. You can find out easily as you know that first number and last number. What will be the difference here? This will be 57 and 65. 65 minus 57, answer will be 8. You can find out like by this also. Too much easy. You can solve within some seconds. Very good. So this is the most safest way. But एक और way क्या होता अगर मैं आपको बता दूं. Understood? Very good. And और एक way क्या होता? If I said first number is a 8, x. Okay. First number is a x. As I know, second was the x plus 2. Next was the x plus 4, x plus 6, and x plus 8. You have to find out this. This is the first term and this is the last term, right? And they have asked you that, as you know, but for this we should remember x plus 2 and 4 and 6. For this one we don't need. But as you know that odd and even, it is always x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6. Okay, and as you know that of course this will be the smallest and this will be the highest. So x plus 8 और x में difference कितना है? x plus 8 और x में difference कितना है? 8. That means you can see by here also x first term is the x and last time with the x plus 8, the difference between x plus 8 minus x will be 8. So answer would be 8. You can find out like this also. Both x will get cancelled and 8 is the answer. That means ये क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए आपके पास 4 ways है. But for the first 2 ways, even for the first way, you should know the conventional method of the school. For the second way, you should know the formula first term plus last term for the consecutive. And for these 2 ways, you can answer orally too. अगर मैं खुद एग्जाम में हूँ तो मैं ओरली देखूंगी कि अगर ये मिडिल नंबर 61 है then definitely here will be 57 and last one will be 65, so difference will be 8. Getting this point? If they have asked the even number, then also it will be, because suppose first even number is a 40. Okay, so 40 के बाद का नेक्स्ट क्या आएगा 42, 44. तो उसके बीच का गैप हमेशा 2 ही होता है. Even they are odd or even, it does not matter. That means it will always x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6. Why not upon 2 in the last way? यहाँ पे upon 2 करोगे तो आएगा ही definitely, but it will get larger. Upon 2 से हमने किया ना already second way से, मैंने ये 4 way से बताया ना. I am already done with that upon 2, but this is only for this question, right? ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसी क्वेश्चन में फॉलो होगा, इसलिए ये आप अगर नहीं कर सकते तो देन also, because this will follow only for this question. But ये बाकी के 3 methods will follow for every question of consecutive. If there were 6 consecutive numbers mentioned, then you will take here x plus 8 and x plus 10 na. 6 number will be x plus 10. That means x plus 10 और x का difference कितना आता है 10. If here it was a 6 consecutive odd numbers, then as you know that 6 consecutive odd numbers का जो average है वो odd नहीं आएगा. That will be always equals to the even number. For that, if you want a 6 per number, here will be 67. So the average will become the 62. So ये question ही नहीं बनता है. That question will be wrong. Getting this point? If there is a 6, got it? Very good. Now everyone is okay. Now I am going for the next question. And this is the question number 4 of the TEAS 2019. And please try to give the answer orally, please. First of all, by the short trick, whatever I have said, as you know that 12 is the 5 numbers a total, और उसका middle अगर 12 है, right? And they are the consecutive numbers, no even, no odd. अगर ये 12 मिडल 1 है और टोटल 5 है, तो उसके आगे 2 और पीछे 2 नंबर्स होंगे. Which will be that numbers? Here will be 10, 11 और यहाँ पे आएगा 13 and 14. So largest number will be 14. This will be answer. ये TEAS में अगर आपको ये ट्रिक पता है, then you can see that this is the question of TEAS 2019. अगर आपको ये पता होता तो you can answer this within some seconds. You won't need to write down like this also. This is only for understanding purpose. If your practice is good, you can say yes, 12 is the middle one. Total are 5 numbers. मतलब 12 के बाद 2 numbers है, 13 and 14. Answer would be 14. You can answer this orally if you know these things. So please try to understand these things, because this is really important. 14 is the answer. In this case, what are you saying in this case exactly? Third method is oral method in this case. Yeah, you click wrongly. Okay, no issue. You click wrong. Anyone is there who haven't understood? Then please tell me. Oh, question कहाँ चला गया? Okay. Yeah. Then please tell me. Have you understood this method? ये TEAS level का question है. That means this is the level of TEAS. So please try to understand. If you know these basic things, such small things you can answer orally. That's why I'm explaining this once again and again, because this is a TEAS level question. Everyone is saying clear, ma? As no one needs that average conventional method. Okay, everyone is okay with that? Even actually, I will say yeah. For the average, that method, what will you do? First number is the x, next is the x plus 1, third is the x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 4. Add them all. 5x plus 10 is equals to average is 60. 5x plus 10 is equals to 60. That means 5x is equals to what will that 5x is equals to 50, so x is equals to 10, matlab last jo x plus 4 it will be 40. You can find like that method also, with that method. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's go for the next type. Yeah, these are the practice questions I will show you in the end. Let's take the question first. Yeah, very good. So this is a group based problem actually. So how to solve this group based problem? मतलब अब तक हमने जो देखे थे वो simple normal average हम find out करे थे. अब there are suppose two numbers, two people, or there are something two different average. So how to solve these type of questions we will see. As the first question is in front of you, so can you try this? Because from here now we will use the formula itself. Average is equals to sum of the observation divided by number of observation. From now we will use our conventional methods formula. Okay, so what are they saying? That the average of the marks obtained in an examination by 8 students was 51. Okay, 8 students the average का है 51 and by 9 other students was 68. Okay, so let's first solve by those 8 students. Okay, that average is equals to sum divided by number of students, right? So what are they saying? That the average of 8 students, I think so 2 students have already answered. Very good, perfect. That's really best thing. If you are able to solve this question, then that's really great. Okay, so let's do for this first 8 student. Okay, वो 8 student का average क्या है? Average is a 51. Average is a 51, which is equals to the sum divided by 8, right? So what will be the sum for those 8 students? 51 into 8, which is equals to 8 1 is 8, 8 5 is 40. This is the sum for those 8 students. Okay, this is for 8 students. Now let's do for the another 9 students in that class. Okay, 9 students formula average was the 68, right? Same average is equals to sum divided by number of observation, right? So average is the 68, which is equals to sum divided by what is the number of observation? It is a 9 students. So what will be the sum for that? It will become 68 into 9, which is equals to 9 8 is 72, carry as 7, 9 6 is 54 plus 7, it will become 612. Okay, up to this everyone is okay? Some students are saying option number B. Okay, let's see. First look here. Okay, so I have find this sum of these 8 students, marks of the 8 students, and I have find the sum of these 9 students. Okay, this is the 8 student and this is for the 9 student. Now I want the average of all the 17 students. So what will be the average for all 17 students? Average for all 17 students will be the sum of their marks, right? Sum of these 8 students plus the sum of these 9 students divided by 17. because मुझे अभी पूरी 17 की 17 का चाहिए ना. फर्स्ट मेरे पास 8 स्टूडेंट्स का एवरेज था. आई हैव फाउंड द sum of the 8 students. Then I have the average of 9 students. So I have found the sum of 9 students. Now I want the average of all those. So what is the sum of these 8 students? It is a 408. Plus what is the sum of these 9 students? It is a 612 divided by 17. So what will be the addition of these? 110, 10, 20? Yes, it will become 10, 20 divided by 17. So what will be the answer? 1020 by 17. 17, 6 the 102. So you will directly take as the answer is equals to 60. Now let me check. So have you understood this? What I have done here first? I find out for the first 8 members. Then find out for these 9 members. And then I have taken the average of all the 17 students. Okay. As we want 17 only, so 9 plus 8 is a 17. Yes, you can take that 9 plus 8 is a 17. I have taken that is itself. Here I am taking sum of all these, right? Number of observation. How did I just find number of observation? This 8 plus 9. This is a 17 here. So 51 plus 68, no, you cannot take because this is the average of this 8 and this is the average of this 9. This is a different. So you cannot add that 58, 51 plus 68. That will be the wrong. Okay, because it will becomes 119. So 119 को आप क्या करोगे? There is nothing. Okay. As I said, if I want to write down this all in the one formula itself, okay, I'm writing first, I'm solving for this, then for this, and then I'm finding for all them, right? So suppose now I have to write down this all things. I will do the same method, same thing, but I have to write them all together, okay? So what will I do this? Average of 17 is equals to this sum. For this sum, as you know that average of for this sum, what is that? This 51 into 8, right? That means this average, or what can I say? Average of 17 is equal to average of 8 plus average of sum of the 8 persons plus sum of the 9 students marks divided by total marks, right? So how will I find out this sum? As you know that this sum is equals to average into number of observation. If you know this formula, sum is equals to average into number of observation, right? So as I want here, average is equals to sum divided by number of observation, right? For the 70 students, what will I write down here? Sum of these 8 students. That means how will write down the sum of these 8 students? I know the average of 8 students. That is the 51 into 8 plus the average of the sum of these students. That is the 68 into 9 divided by this 8 plus 9. You can directly write down like this in a one formula. Doing the same method, need the same calculations, but इसको हम एक ही formula में भी लिख सकते हैं. We can write down it in one formula. Are you getting this formula? As there is no any message in the chat section. Are you getting what I have written here? If everyone is understanding, then only take it, or else you can ignore also. Okay, whatever I have done here, because I am just taking this 51 into 8, sum of the 8 numbers plus sum of the 9 members divided by this total. So sum will be average into their 8 members plus average into that 9 members plus this. Or you can directly find out like this. You will get this one. Instead of writing them all different formula, you can write down like this. Yeah, understood? Very good. So let's go for the question number 2. Yeah. Here it is. It is for the 3 articles. Same. यहाँ पे मैं दो अलग अलग दिए थे. One was for the 8 student, one was for the 9 student. Here there are 3 different articles. So how will we solve here? Let's see. And so I will directly write down the formula here. Average is equals to. First, we will take the price of that shirt. First, okay, sorry, I will read the question first. A man bought 13 shirts of rupees 50 each, 15 pants of rupees 60 each, and 12 pairs of shoes at rupees 65 a pair. Find the average value of all the articles. अब मुझे average के लिए क्या करना होगा? First, I have to find out the sum of all them, right? Average is equals to sum of all their price divided by number of articles, right? So price, what will be the price of the shirts? अगर one shirt की price 50 है, so 13 shirt की price कितनी आएगी? उसका sum आ जाएगा. Very good. Some students are already answered. So for this shirt, I have to write down your sum, right? So for this sum, as for this shirt, what will be the price of that shirt? 13 into 50. Because one shirt की price 50 rupees है. So 13 shirts की price 13 into 50 plus price of pants which will be equals to 15 into 60 plus price of shoes which is a 12 into 65. Divide by number of articles. How many articles are there? 13 shirts plus 15 pants plus 12 shoes. So instead of writing them separate, I am just writing them all of them in a one line. So 13 5s are 65. It will be 650 plus 15 6s are 90. It will become 900 plus 12 5s are 60. Carry on 6. 12 6 are 84 plus 6, right? Sorry, 12 6 are 72 plus 6. 780. Divided by this addition will becomes 25 plus 8 will becomes 40. So this will 0, 0, 0. Okay. 5 plus 8, 13. Carry I have 1. So 7 plus 7, 40. 21 plus 2, 23. Divide by 40. 0, 0 will get cancel and 4. 230 by 233 by 4. So what will be that answer? Yes, okay, no any doubt. So 4 ones are 4 fives are 20 and 4 eights are 32. Again 1 bacha 4 twos are and again it will be 4 fives are right. So answer would be 58.25. Anyone have doubt in this? Then please ask because many students have answered option number C. That means you are solving this. So everyone is okay with this? No one is asking any doubt. That means I'm considering that you have understood. So let's go for the next question now. This is the last question of the session. Okay, so I won't take more time. This is the last question now. So we will take this one. As for this, we have to find out the settlement. Actually, this question is a quite different. So are you trying this? So average weight of ABC is a 45. So can we find out the sum of the weight of ABC? Right? Average of ABC is equals to 45. So sum will be average into number of observation, right? That means number of persons. So it will becomes 45 into 3, which is equals to 135, right? So this is the sum of ABC, right? A plus B plus C. Up to this is okay. Wait, all are answering or yeah, okay. Very good. So this is for A plus B plus C, okay? A plus B plus C is equals to 135. First thing I have got here, okay? Next question says if the average weight of A and B is a 40, अगर A and B का average weight 40 है तो उनकी addition क्या हो जाएगी? As you know that A plus B divided by 2 is equals to 40. So A plus B will equals to 80. Right? Here also I am writing like this. A plus B plus C divided by 3 is equals to 45. So A plus B. Instead of writing this all things, you can directly write this. A plus B plus C by 3 is equals to 45. So you can write this. From this, you can say A plus B is equals to 80. And next is that B and C. So B plus C by 2 is equals to 43. So B plus C will equals to 43 to the it will becomes 86. Okay, this everyone. Okay, let me check the chat section first. 31. Okay. These equations I have got and I have to find the weight of D. So what will I do? Can I add these two equations? Suppose this is the equation number 1, this is a 2 and this is a 3. So let's add 1 and this 2 plus 3. What will become? A plus 2B plus C is equals to 80 plus it will becomes 166, right? That means here I am taking a twice B and it is a 1B, right? So if I say equation number 4 minus 3, it will becomes A plus 2B plus C minus this A plus B plus C. That is only one extra B is here. So what is that B? This B is the difference of this. So B will becomes 166 minus 135 which is equals to 31. Are you getting this? You can write down like this directly here 40 that means their addition will be 80. This is a 43 that means that addition will be 86. So the addition of them both is a 166. But here I am counting this B as a twice. But here A plus B plus C is a 135. मतलब ये जो भी एक B extra का आ रहा है. Okay, explain the last part again. Okay. Up to this it was a 166. But here I am taking A plus 2B or instead of this I will write like this. Wait a moment. A plus B plus B plus C. Right? A plus B plus C is equals to 166. And as you know that A plus B plus C is a 135. So if I subtract this equation from here, A plus B plus C is equals to 135. Then you will know that A minus A, this B minus B, C minus C. Only B is remain, which is equals to 166 minus 135, which is equals to 31. Understood now? Okay, we can get C's weight from A, B, C. Yeah, that would be more okay. Okay, that will also okay. But again, from this you have to find out this P, and again here also you have to put that. Yes, you can do like that also. Okay, instead of that, you can see here from A plus B plus C is equals to 135 and A plus B is equals to 80. So C's value will be 55. So you can write down here C is 55. So 86 minus 55. That will be more easy actually. Okay, wait, I will explain that by that way. Wait a moment. Okay, wait. Actually, that is more easy. What she has she is saying that A plus B is equals to 80 and A plus B plus C is equals to 130. So from these two equation, you can say that C is equals to 135 minus 80, which is equals to 55. Now you can put this value here, B plus 55, which is equals to 86. So B is equals to 31. You can find out like this also. Okay. Now understood, very good. So these are your practice questions. This is the set number 3. I will show you all those sets because I know some students have missed those sets. So I will explain that all those sets. I will show you again all those sets. Or everyone is done with this screenshot. Okay, this is the practice set 3. Let's see the practice set 2. This is the practice set 2. Okay, because as you know, A plus B, okay, let's concentrate here. Only for you, this is only for you, so please concentrate here. A plus B plus C is equals to 135 and A plus B is equals to 80. Now what will you do? A plus B plus C minus A plus B. A and B will get cancelled. So C will be 135 minus 80. So 92 exactly आप कहाँ से ला रहे हो? I really don't understand. But that is a 80. So 135 minus 80 it is a 55. And you can put this 55's value here. So you will get B as 31. As 92 and 95 is impossible because as you know that addition of this A and B is 80. So that number will be more than 80 is not possible. Okay, yeah, you just check it once again. This is the practice question set number 2 and yeah, for set number 1 I am showing that once again. This is the practice set question number, practice set 1. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. We will see in the next session, next 3 types. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much for all those things, for supporting all your support and all your studies and all. That's really grateful. Thank you so much. So we'll see in the next session. Up to that, take care, be safe.